Punch Jumadi ene de Ebreo ana ne Boating Studios ewo Asida House the 3rd floor sanso ena wuti ewo enkran ene nimpotam ewo Twin Towers ewo kokomlemle eye cycle na enwumbre mabadwafo atena se ewo studiosa yebehwe se budget for 2022 every January bosume 2022 ekosi ni December aban enhyehyɛ ya waye edi akoto embrahye badwafo enim sese wogitumu a sika aban susu se ubetimi agigye ewo oman Ghana eni kwan a aban befa so na wachiche saa sikai se ya kwan ene edeye se schools ene edeye se eyene ayede etre yashim ewo ne ayede ehwe Ghana de hye se de wohin ene ede ko akatua ene ne ekeka ho ene aban eni suade hunu policy direction ene ne ekeka ho enyina ewo 2022 budget a eye finance minister odi akoto embrahye badwafo enim na wotwe eda enimi empanfo ebetena se wo mbrahye badwam no atoato adwen afase wo begye atum ana se area ban eno wo issue enenia ekeka ho nembom mino yasundie ene yasede ene se ensema finance minister abuboso teacher ene taxes ana se to aban ediaba ene ne aban eye free ho ene ne toso biem enhyehyeye aban ediaba osusu se beboa na ye ho ahenhanye ewo Ghana free January ekosi eye December na ansana emrahye badwafo obeji sa budget atum eye minister for eye roads enida edo de nsa hye krata biase eba say free ahomache eye donko eba eniso bia onam kwan so a utia eye tolls edema obibia de eniso bia so tene nensa se ne aka ne na wo ye no no se wo gito efri Ghana ni ana so bibia onam kwan so ewo Ghana ebia boage eye minister so ebi nsususu se wanfa embra kwan so ede tu sa na moyi ena won so a woton enuane ewo sa areas wo onsusu se adena bompusa nanke wo se aban eyi wona soche ekakra ensem we edi kantienwumbre o punch jumadi so yatna se ebebobo sansemi ho le awe ehon sunsanso a ewo edeman titire ene the friend of tax eba eye transactions titro na no eye momo e friend momo tax edenti ena aban de sa tax aba kwan ben ena aban be fa so agigye hwan ene betua sa tax ensunsanso ebenya ede amayen etisen eyade ebenya ensunsanso bi ewo aban digitalization drive ana se ehonsem etisen enwumbre wode wadwen kire ne ususuye eba enanka wode fa 055 159 9933 a kebekan amawiase afene nyina ate ne ensuso ya kan say lawyer thank you okay so abadwa for atna se enwumbre 055 1599933 is our WhatsApp and our text line. You can send us a message. You can send us WhatsApp a message. Na ya can kayama we are self and at meeting Eddie Ohene Gyan. Lawyer, thank you, and I'll say thank you to Enyumbre and paying for anyone Eddie Jumai. Alaji Ishak Che Brobe, Tescom president, is a patron. Sorry, Tescom patron. Ono also a lecturer, Kumasi Technical University, or sign a visiting lecturer, or other, allied institutions, especially finance, economic, and accounting. And you bring a budget, na jinche, buying and she say, yeah, why ye Eddie Abetuja and you bring. Sir, and so now former MC for Obuasi Municipal Assembly Honorable Richard Ofori Ajiman Bwadi Dodona friend Zuba Ewoha Enyumbre, a leading member of the National Democratic Congress in the Ashanti region. Yena one etwichin komo na Enyumbre yaji one agenchira. One so agenchira nso sie no asem bisa o de ba ye kenkan na wiase afana nyina na ye konkakran kakra nesa.
Thank you.
Okay, so for Mbemabo Akwaba Eba Punch Jumadi so Enyumbre.
You're lawyer.
Zuba.
Yeah.
Na Bokode.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah.
Ebiso opposition so I fresh.
A friend is opposition and name a fresh there. Send a minute bore me and all him so. And now, mammy, or Yera Humobo. Naja woke up and come me kaka ben kunim kwana media enti me dey train Ghana for me say abo nidua na me le plano teja sabe ya naja me dey tia asase so abo nidua nya me pra me won kaka enti me dey na mo na se mame
Because opposition is hell. It appears your position is not hell. Opposition.
Me can be there. Enya de papa.
Okay.
That's I and the Kufu alu dia is 7 pound out.
Alaji Shak Shebrobe.
Lawyer.
Na etisay.
Nyame adom na nso e.
What dey that change?
Zuba just opposition and one FSA there. Na by dia minim ne said that ho fe no besi akọ. Was me na ma me na se. Oba him say wutie ya. And just e kumpano no. Say or they ne said you will see it look very nice ningina or the credit ningina amount there na say if you heard dika.
Okay, so straight away, your general impression about this 2022 budget, Mr. Semfri was Zuba. Meaning so to me a monitor budget delivery need kind time, and there was a presentation about it delayed. Ye na speaker eba yenye ntiese na was a leadership wo pound to county se ho na ototo niema before brewa be puma kwam na delivery na ba so eventually delivery no eba and also so ne the parliament and the home system and all that eventually delivery no course so minister deliver budget statement and what you know your general impression about this budget presentation I also Tuesday.
You know, me nurse. Na memfa wakunya iso. Na menkai yini lema wasantime watichu ni NDC4. Se enka ne yentwefo penya na oda party na no wasantime antema yewa remontano okone krechi. Na nebusia abre party krata amanye nya ntia se eye memini da ebeye ena na otweda eba so de chemso latter day center so en ho no nti tunza fe party ma ne asante mantem obi a obehu ye mobo na oba bejae na yakoshe ye nuane no munyam e wona.
Raymond was a young man,
with so much intellect.
Oh,
na ommekan ho na ye hye nuane so en munyam nyame so ye mpaya ne eba se yakopon hu ne kunafo mobo no cheche ne we ne ma wajo wechi no so no on show modern enough but nyame ne nim de oye mantie ma ne busuan nyina ye kosomo mo ya ko ni nua no Lorita Mano Kwati
Uzafunya. Okay.
Well, my general impressions, overview of budget, even though into detail, but the highlights give us a summarized impression of how it is like. So reports or the buyer on the performance of the 2021 budget as at third quarter. Now here targets 2021 no budget na set here. How we have missed those ones. Now here projections are buying year in spite of the fact that we have missed. We are missing all the targets. Now here again the torso. Now any clear cut growth posts. Ebia yedeto akwemu. Now here ahoche edi ebeba private sector so no mabi o introduce ya de yebeka ne say Ghana for na mumia masinimu na munhye musapo mu nso. So we beka to say 2022 ebeye da wadada. Eno ma won krata ni mu no enye nika. Enya homka. Nti media yam hihye na me de to.
Alaji.
Lawyer, and I say, Enfa Kwan so nchie for any ashefo. Incoming persuaso, Shita Kwamai Beposo. I mean Chama this year and Yumri. Lawyer, no correct, sir. Mrakwanso, sir. Afina duye nimono. Bekabe se bosumi no na se na watchi enwatchi ana se na watchi nsia na afina kona wie ya afie die nimono this time around 2022 no November na emrano emma omano foto samfo ekwan se odo omana konhoma sika ne kwan baby ebenye sika na free what we kokoto amansan baba to Ghana for anim nti enokre enra what you say ayoyo ana ukuada Sunday and Thursday yeah enra what you say yo oni Ghana ebe kasai enokre said the major frustration and the delays in the course of parliament, you know. To be very honest with you, Jumedia Woody Biana or Pesa Wutie parliament budget presentation live because normally na yana Utie live na and maybe had a country muntem na uhunu areas nso so minister no o bohopa to say the oko tumfo adwuma mu a the here no ultimately say o bosso ye pa enti no tie ne live na ansa na wakọ kenkan the kuchire gu krata so no yana eboa me sure say sa frustration omoma amamfo go through waiting for over 2 hours of time oma announce no parliament ebehwe na sa delay no omoma ne NCPM me sure say delay be say 30 minutes be sa na tolerable but 3-hour delay there me feel say enyadia speak well of parliament just imagine say will be a war amanoni baby krana or use internet na what they are tuning in no tie the course of parliament no share live a committed time be for time na mo announce so you know and the way it turned out to be, you know. And of course parliament now be blamed because finance minister there, he was on schedule, you know, at the precinct of parliament. And you know the untimi emfa subono emmo finance minister, but parliament and the parliamentary leadership, the yes said this kind of arrangement, you know, and yeah go through him. Apart from that, you know, Nema be a year for frokra. My a beer background ning pomponsono indru said ye we airby a unity a hian chichimu a mudo pa chichimu fikofi copa edruha me sure say far road tolls no honey e-levy no ne entrepreneurship youth entrepreneurship ne sa ne man no hu say no ana for the go nkrata so yebedi ho komo but tambia no ye tambia ye no sta yenya results bia etimi change ye oman no dia necessary ye to ye boase na fufuro bia bia no ye ntutu mampom America ne ye betre boase ne adoso mu ye doso mu ye no ne ye di adwenkyere enso so eba na ye tase ne banyansa fom parliament ebeko akoko discuss of friend saying budget no omon samra a omon convene enkoye discussion any debate ewo parliament no na yen koma ye twetwen no wo miamia ni nyina no atototo amanfo asum omon so matiti bi feedback every amanfo ba and all that na a shape the final decisions parliament at the beba say ya na de a policy announcement and aba aban nhye ana ode atodwa atosi ye nyina ye bebobo ho na parliament akwakosi gina ye ansana ye dia ye adwuma nti ye se ye di ho nkomo no samre no ye ti ase se sa time ni de emfa say incubation stage
Alaj Ishak Chey Brobe and Honorable Zuba and I will on Enyumbre, Ushawon Enyumbre, our Punch Jumade, our Kessben television and on Kessben radio. Enyumbre said Medikaya Bosso, Wajentre, Unsusuye, and Wasembisa 05515999933 05515999933 is our WhatsApp line. It is our text line. You can share that opinion with us on the program. Now, yemba the yen shall seem free in their raging controversy. That is the toll levy and their airbus say from Embrashabedum and in their Ghana phobia eka. Then we will zero in on taxes and through a transaction tax. There were the impact on Ghanaians and impact our government digitalization and digitization drive. And in so war at the MIM. Now straight away, Zuba mentions here in free or aban etimu po a finance minister Eddie Tuja and it's so sika yesusu se wo se ye a ebeboa na ye de aya kwan ye de asiesie akwan e wo Ghana wo se rotos a ye gie na the percentage insignificant enunti osha traffic congestion so a edeba ene pollution ene ne akeka ho a aban susu se wotie drivers no bi nsem a walker wo yi rotos ne free ho ne yepe kwan a ye be fa so a ye benya more sustainable source a ye de be fund road projects Ghana ebeboai enunti yenyi tolls we ya kwanse no free ho. Of course about for fan say a part of the budget presentation, so take effect after say budget approval no aba and take effect. Now ya sorry na minister for roads at the directive aba ministerial I would say fiat at the aba bontia na sem and say immediately mema obia enje to e wo road bia so e wo Ghana enti ye sorry anope no na even tema motorway enya de awoji tolls e wo so Kaswa and other places are egitos and other egitos also. It be say very laudable, very timely, relieve commuters transport owners, operators, and everybody. I have relief. Market women are pitch market a complaining. Once so and our digitals for whatever way they also complaining sa bomb pusaba putupru and then nanke was buying man kayaka and all that. Minim how far sa a buying and I said directive I buy and a bantrim purpose or you sa roto na free ho. I find it more lasting and sustainable means I de ebe fund your road projects. How did you take it?
Me know you journalists.
Broadcasters.
Broadcasters, yeah. And headlines and bylines. And Oshe Aban we Subain, they are always interested in headlines and bylines. When you catch a face, now Baby discussion. Now, a whole lot of media discussions are around it. Now, see, baby, and the byline, oh, yeah. They are scrambling for credibility and glory. It does not exist. And they do it repeatedly across board. The road fund is a creation of statute. Minister be sorry no issue fiat say road fund, and this is how the road fund is going to be taken care of. And the road fund and the man tray a queer ye befaswa ye bedje footwall and the road fund any dear footwall no bar or say a year. Ain't is the open so we be one. This is a democracy where the rule of law reigns supreme. You must go in accordance with the dictates of the law. Ain't it say, open so you wrote to no everywhere. The Emrano Ediko Jinayano, and now family Kwansu, a yini fees I Janapeno and the bad Tibiafu. Of course, in this case, who blame finance minister na enye because who the presentation now or the baye na nasema or can yen say immediately this budget is approved. Which means that the finance minister recognizes the fact that it is only parliament. And the word to me say, Mra on parliament no aseno. Obetu sa ambranegu. And the very moment of this proposal I come out parliament G2, then it means that parliament has varied the law. And the blaming finance minister no ewa enye. But minim baby haste. Say obi officer road fund road to no we free a fancy be beba enti on twa munya ne fiachem on twa mo free atanko anye fans no ento no so be gibi
fans say
road to so no be man fans say be man fans why are there the congestions or on table fans ba no free atade kwaje approval abaka say free atane be yi road to free o abekwa nya ne fiachem on twa ma na me road sector minister nti medical do anim abekọ e lawyer ni a onimra no akwa ehwehwe anim akwa yefe na ayese wa akwata na ye enyo furi ata nti ehwehwe anim ena akwata eye ya ko beso die anim nyam furi anta ensem I'm hearing say almost reverse the decision. I'm hearing
now. So speaker directive, but I don't know. Speaker of Parliament say, to the extent say budgets are not a subject to approval. Na Parliament enyama approval no. The minister no ayeno
That's what the Parliament to me if you want them.
And the minister no say.
And I'm hearing say on the reverse side, but officially maintain.
Okay.
And say official one he can be censured. That is what the Parliament to me or one. So you the same mrano, you do two mrano. What they are films, and I think that he must do the needful. Then comes to the substantive issue of government wanting to do away with road tolls. Some of the explanations of the mind, you know me agree. Kakrebi. In fact, Udu media na wager hono, any time hono, it creates a lot of traffic congestion. And say ukuta cat say debia a chef first and the second will be now petrol in answer now. Sometimes I na itua
escafoka
kuma inti ye mu bi kwa nanka ya suggest say mo amoye e elephant for ya mo ye governance nanka mo mfa mu no enko nanka card bi kwa mbra nanka eja odura o swipe ya to say the tech ai ura over bomb gate o swipe na ba no na yi nanka yen DVL4 I bibisa digitalize no na di uko renew o car you pay a fee and then you get that card until anytime you do be a toll booth or be a nanka ade wa etwem ewo ho until some of us were mooting that idea and discussions, but unfortunately the minister feels that this is the best way to deal with the situation. Me who say now some na work no yan kwa just say see Canada ban no insignificant, of course. Over the last 2 years this government has tried as much as possible to put something in the Ghanaian populace. I dream say enka yenya kwan bi anke beto first road tools no, but that's anytime be a discussions never ban no pushbacks no who say clearly enye no man favor push na omo ati akwakoda nti I agree say sika bi a ye hwe aka e binya road fund no no ye nyanisa, and the demands on construction of road, maintenance of roads and its associated troubles, you know. It is important that as government they look at an ingenious way to raise much more money to deal with those pressures now urban. But does it give any relief to road users apart from traffic congestion? Financially, I don't see its relief. Me a road user. I'm a transport owner too. What did I say? I'm in the transport business. Me kind of last time any of my cars, apart from last 2 weeks, I went to the central region. About 3 months ago, I went to the Banff region. 6 months ago, I went to Edra. This year, I'm a fatu kwanso. As a central region, this is my core bed 3. The two lab, I quite my first one, and brought time. And the relief that it gives to me when I'm paying so much more on fuel. So if you want to give me relief, as a transport user, as a transport business person, give me the one that impacts positively, and not the amount of headlines. Now, baby, you do populism with it, and you want to look good before who? One more call putoja. Free call putoja. I'm quite bonus. So I quite can't say 12 months. I quite 5 years. I own two good benefit putoja. One more call. A friend saying, offensive. Be free. A friend say, Swami, I call quantity to 2 year bus. Traffic, sorry, no motel, Zekra feels some man about. Sa to Konoma, traffic before you know, to boot Benizio. Sa sometimes me quite you are commander and I'm a mistake. So me met me 2 hours. I do a commander. Lawyer. Me do a yenas naka 5 minutes. I spent about 3 hours from Swami to Bohun. Full mission.
That's okay. They say you been full.
If I told you to be. But what the point I mention? I say, and clearly, me who it's financial impact for road users. As for convenience, in major cities, especially in Accra, because Kumasi ade and important my baby not too good BS. In California, I'm more mobile fat tema hono. And as our traffic no more cause critical congestion, mamma, and media hono equity. No credit, we the wage a holiday no security, no credit. But apart from me and Zano, me whom baby traffic congestion, road to be the traffic congestion across the country. And the my head here discussions, no debate, no. Ebeko, ewo parliament. Na the ombeja tumuno, ebe na ya wasem ka.
Okay.
Abasa.
I'll come back to you. Na ya binko Alaji onye na adwenkyerɛ on this issue. Of course, we said the medical ya ka person de adwenkyerɛ eba Jumadi so 0551599933 as a test line. You can send us a WhatsApp message. You can send us a text message. Na yemhwe wadwenkyerɛ enwumbre. Alaji yemhwe say na ho behia say aban ebe kase onje to biem ewo ya kwan so na because of congestion and pollution and that na the relief ebebre and senior yetinu
lawyer me da say lawyer enkomo we enkomo esi eto ebo ase ye pa na ye chirechire mu na amansan etimi eti said ye beya se ye boy homodin na ye nsoso ya giatum na ye tua bibia na ye nwinwin so atiase die dikan memfa ye nkwachire kakra am we University of Ghana and ye Jerry John Rawlings or say what the value added tax eba o my Ghana and Ukrainian Yamian me kaipa demonstration a course no. Now the president of Ghana says in Nana Dankwa Kufuado. Now the big 7 and a big 8. One more leaders are demonstration na okahon.
Kumi preko
demonstration. Now and Ukrainian Yamian teaching me big lesson for somebody who really saw the thing happening. Somebody actually died in that demonstration. A combase Jerry John Rawlings also saw as president of the country. He said, no, sa adiwe so ebeka oman ho na yetimi gitu free ho a ebeboa oman nchichire na oman nkanko ene oman yiyo. Ne moment ase no ena na enyansipi ena na enchirichirimu no so na enya emunya noye intiaba no tresan. I remember very well. So it's one of those reasons nti ena omo banani back of friend is saying Ecospio Gabra came in as Minister for Communication, redesigning VAT system with Professor Mills that time, and then reintroduce VAT. I think at 10%. Initially, no more expected some 17.5. And I'm buy as low as 10%. And a VAT no kiki in kakran. VAT is say ajin hini. Me, apart from University of Development Studies, I thereby am credited former President Jerry John Rawlings on as finance person is introduction of value added tax. But it didn't come easy. The lessons of friend is saying adisuadia yesuan free mono tembia de fufuro bia bepia no e ma me to me boase esua ehwem na meti asenso a me to boase se me kirekire obi so nya akonzo beti ase fi se ba kofo die oguadura ewu odi no to nchen fast forward emra President Kofo edi or friend is saying national health insurance buy na VAT no mo be na ne yede support national health insurance any other initiatives and the VAT no a to na Jerry John Rawlings the buy it's been phenomenal for this country. 2008 and former finance minister Kojo Ban Redu under Era J. Kofi Kwapondi Kum Kofo. And so introduce the friend communication service tax, talk tax. San opposition for no eco friend. No, is here quite Okasa MPP by no idea. No, what. Yes, that was the position of the opposition. And the National Democratic Congress for omnomi opposition. Ne mfanse VAT no na ye MPP for primarily any other opposition people in the lead here because na opposition. And the experience way me a guide me in having a conversation of this nature. And that's a very important point. I'm a person here. Number 2, and they say road toll na ye free hono ni you know said na me can any populism at all. Na you're missing fundamentals no. The attorney say lawyer you road fund. Now road fund no ya fotoa ya boto ho a ye di CSC yakwan near the yakwan for road maintenance and road construction. A feeling baby a free bano miensa road toll ya say yes ye free way bako the tosum yenu say wakoto fuel na yenu so ye wo a to kakra da ho ansana our friend is saying DVLA wakwakoye onkrata ni eno so watua bibi kakra saa sources miensa we ene ko road funding na yenu nyina kabomu afe no ema akusikana cost 1.9 billion Ghana cedis. Even let's take it to be 2 billion Ghana cedis. Ohene we ene ye charge against road construction. Now, Minya has been MCE before. So when you're talking about road and road construction, perhaps on the participation directly is bigger than Mimidie. But at least in financial terms, I can say on authority, say mining in mo futwa musimudi mwa kwan 2 billion Ghana cedis dia ene mwa kwan ya monam so ne die mu huno no samote ase efrise enya dia mu tua sika samudi mwa kwan. That's a fact. Now abai say DVLA dia no enwo ho fuel dia no so enwo ho. Nemum 2 billion and now 1.9 billion the eswa. I say eswa dia a campaign ye fire fasoni ye biaden akam. Any road toll no the minia kan ye inconveniences we say nina no. What di nina kabomwa lawyer am I 78 million. And not even 1 billion Ghana cedis. Society dia any yempe kwan foforo. Sa kwan no betimi amayen sika botany kese. Na akọ siesie ya kwan. Na sa sika no baby aye kope sika na efre no so no. About 1/3 and say over 30% of that no. Ya no so betimi amayen besa be 2 billion Ghana cedis from 78 million to also about say 2 billion. And it is roughly say in your kind of and it is a road fund yet Timmy are increasing by 100% from 2 billion to 4 billion or even more. Thank you. Na say ye kosa dia and ye bet me a boying ama ya kwano yet Timmy any bridges yet me enyana kumasi kakra. And lawyer, this is the genesis of the whole thing. Say Utie a friend is saying information minister. Also say Arias a car at Daho efa ya kwan near quantum pon is about 8 billion Ghana cedis. Now, utia 8 billion Ghana cedis no year. A queen or mobile wie ni na or mobile raise your final certificate, I'll be treated your cancer. Budget not less than another 8 billion. So it's about 16 billion if you want to get your roader. Drew Pampansobi, Nautia Karia, we say it's about basically 16 billion. Now
say wotimi nya wo road fund no na say road fund no afibia etimi ma obe se be 4 billion and say 5 billion Ghana cedis per annum krana wotimi yeden wotimi leverage no kra etimi di raise sika bi etimi e di yewa kwan no abresi ka na ekogum no na wodi tua sika no enti yenti asiesa moving on no, the issue about what friend is saying one more omojiji road toll no is that aban say obeying obehunu kwan obefa so a omo no obepa djuma foforo no de ama omo. So that one is clear. Number 2, companies now, because the private companies now involved in that collection. Almost so Minister for Roads and Transport engage you. I think the major issue and the settlement, a bit dicey. And now so I
call them psychological investors.
Exactly.
Very, very smart.
Very smart.
Looking at situation,
exactly.
Taking advantage of that.
And it was
wakofa in anticipation of Christmas.
Nobody used to traffic advantage.
Sudden, you know,
yeah.
Sad way.
Yeah, no. You see, sir, kasa, and say, wabaimu, nurse. Baby bana the first thing that you need to have is to have the compassion to admit say odi ade bi ba na de na ode ba no ensunsanso bi wo hwa enso ebeka wo bi. It doesn't matter nipa no wo mododo se de sitie ene say wo mo yeskafo ana wo mo yehiafo ana say wo mo ye ne dear se ya no we are expecting say omo market na omo develop no assemblies ebetimi no engage omo and find a suitable way omo betimi integrate omo into omo existing markets. But the issue of say ne bia obi akofa de ma bia ye perishable ade bia entimi ngu honche ene ma bi wo ha in the lead up to Christmas, is a one ton is Amria, January, February, and your festivity, Saniman, a beer, 8 me a ton. And if you say assemblies no, should get involved, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, immediately. Places are, assemblies are not a war, sa, or mini markets no, hono, as a so mutimi, or mudin commona, or mope, sa, adiano, pomasi bread. But Minia, Yanunti E-levy no.
We'll come to E-levy. We'll come to E-levy.
Honor, I expect to say, we road to Nefri Hono. Mean discussing comprehensive, just a passing statement. We road to Nefri Hono. Na
alternative reliable
we 78 million no every hono na a hono na o kopesa 2 billion or more no na odi ababeka ho ne abomodia na yede
before yebeko ho.
Yeah.
Now say ushe advanced democracies.
Yeah.
Now ushe ska were mobilized through tolls.
Yeah.
Now Shakwanya and no ebwa ma with me and maintain roads.
Yeah.
Now last year any early part middle of this year I buy notice no was serve and say na won't be here say you better revise your tolls tia say be ya e betimi apagem not only for say be buama yetimi aye be attractive to attract private, government partnership to do major roads. You must be a say a laudable idea because elsewhere people pay because they ply on good roads, and when you are paying, say you pay because people ideally would have been ready and prepared to pay something reasonable. Now, Sadia no cost now share modern equipment. Now yede ebam se be buama yi to we know like drew electronic to ebe facilitate and tentem na ease congestion. But question is taking it off totally. Edison and Kebe fashion out more improved system will pay more and reduce congestion at the same time, whilst also getting something substantial.
Lawyer, I get your point. I get your point.
Why you are
I get your point.
Let's scrap it and then.
I get your point very, very clearly, and I think that's a legitimate point. But government, any government, if you read this budget clearly, we mention specific roads be a bayononi and crankre bekabum public-private partnership. Na ya developers ha akwano. Okay, now say ye no ba dear who can no idea a bit me about, but currently look at this. Say Oshe womo mutia road toll na so ye sikanin so ye hiani obiatia so ho dem chiri and ye based on car who use so and now ditia. Number 2, say obia hia kwan papa say obefa so and so obiti baby a wan hwe afe ne be kona wie ni nyina no wo ahoden say obe contribute say amai benya sika na di aya kwan papa and so baby otia no is said that one cross to bia ena watimi agene say sika ne bi edi akọ road to no mu me hu say de meka no exactly depending on baby out here.
That's a real baby as sanity.
No, but
you
what I'm saying
road you pay.
No, what I'm saying is that but use road oh. The American yes one use road or use road. Or use road wo man mo aban na ya kwan or use in fact the be walk na one no te baby baby a kwan na fe eye kama pa. It's just that on konkofa a kwan a friend is saying what did Fidia Siwa na say toll Siwa as a chance and what you so and the Sani pan is not contributing to the road fund.
I get you, but now me share no more expanding it to me. For instance, say Ura Kotoka International Airport, for instance. I've always had it say so Obi Ura Airport. Can't we fashion out a way Ura Airport? You pay toll, you enter. Na instead of say uram na o pick obi I say how won't you me nyina ho MPK obi na ya be cram o car na the bia bedu an ntokwa ho no. Elsewhere before you enter into a major airport, there's a toll that you pay so that obi a wo can say most of them na they have far plane na ko baby na you can get money from there. There are other vantage places that you can. My point is that ebia obi o ho a sunyan bebia omo krono bebia no to no for instance obi oti krono chi ho a oti fie a domestic person fia pre now say that people are mo ti fia pre chi pe enti say obas oye adwuma o sunyan a oba sunyan a na watwa oko fia got to na ne fie ho such a person there should be a way to identify such people and find a way to because with artificial intelligence then with modern way that's the way we can solve that problem say obi o ha side nipa because of say okoba otua more and this obi ti is legon na oyusuka akase bi na because of baby ote no on cross so ayi ntino ntua to ntino yenyi I mean
don't say a policy making idea a very important part may assure say inputs are and arguments are advancing what has saying idea a course or hopper but a twin effect maybe policy no a twin effect one here sika I would be your quine at the maintaining wakine to your back and the two and so no okay say Kaswan and Rebecca be could she far among force no. It was very devastating. Oma no moton eniamano.
Yes.
You don't and na kaso am boa. It was very, very devastating. Say yeah, never. Oh, David, nya botre. Say catch you for be so ne se towboat in si ha. You be na build it side with a policy see they collected tolls. And mo ka kwatwa for be so e wo kwan ho meba. Oh, David, me kan me say nipa na bobom pimo ho no enam enema na omo ton ho no. Se ka bi kwatwa ho a ye no mom no effect no eso because e toll na esi ho no na amanipa abobom pim because ye no na creative market na yere e wo ho. But say ye say de na wo kan no. Emra sa we say in better one thing no. Say mo nkrofwe o mo report from toll maybe are not tolls no CCA
of course
and chese ni gisam amanamfo bebre say the di kan traffic e ho e free ho afi kwan a udro ha time na was spending ho no e free ho so e free ho ni na kire say die nipa no dwumedi a okodi bia no timi ko eba ntentem enti podcast productivity no see yes adie way over the years ya no so ebetimi aboa congestion and one piece no any ho ensensam no ne pollution a ediba no ni nyina so eyade a ebeboa enti
but alaji
media
alaji on congestion and pollution me ba
a twin effect
alaji bo hono e ho me ba
o di ebo me ba no ma me land o di bo ba ko e kum ne mamie no
but say ba pesa me pino say
yeah
look I mean let's face it
yeah
abroche baby p especially US and other places say bia e kwan no wo be 4 lanes and the toll na wo ho no mfa congestion bia ma sa kwan no so because lane no have 4 ababi kra 6 lanes and you know wonam so dru ha iwe car no dru ha nya fe da ko gina kwa I mean like I don't know e wo car na anima so as it crosses so no na etil obi enyina delay bia ma congestion bia emba ho kwan no so no ya bue minti no so say if it is about a month
say niam you know they say oh can niam you know say the nature of roads now we can kwan ben na o fasua o be mobilize kadia build that kind of road na o kan wasem no asanya digitize no sikano free and eba ma dia so we need to look at the issues very
doable.
No, but Sikano say no. Anything I'm question say free or no.
Okay.
So
okay.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
O say more IWS. Acquire my more 8 billion IWS.
According to the information minister,
another 8 billion. What they call one 16 billion, which is in the medium term that you have to raise. But who estimates, assuming all things go to plan, all things being equal, Sika who estimates into the road fund is 4 billion. So if in the medium term you require 16 billion to solve your road problems and you're making 4 billion and that is your highest projection.
But you didn't also factor what I said. If you are able to get that money then and you can then leverage and raise more money and you from an year because I'm heavy.
Per analysis here.
I'm
about money per your own analysis and you anticipated accruals. You defeat yourself.
No, it doesn't.
How do you fund 16 billion in the medium term with 4 billion? So what it means is that once now can it doesn't hold water. Lawyer,
you can leverage that money and raise more
this
for
government doesn't plan. And everything points to the fact that they don't plan. They do things on ad hoc basis. As we speak, Tema Roto refurbishment, yeah, contractor all site. As we speak, currently. Tema road boot no. There's a contractor on site refurbishing it. A two-door was a 1 lane. For transactions. On there. Unjeska. What the point?
Unjeska by electronic.
Yes. Like and go faster. The one on the outer, the right one. Go faster. Why would you spend Ghanaian taxpayers' money to refurbish a facility that you have no need of? If you plan, so plan it, if this government had planned at the beginning of the year, say we are going to look at different ways of raising money into the road fund. It will have no need for road toll booth. Who would spend money to refurbish it? But as we speak, there's a contract which has been awarded. And today you are telling us that what?
Maybe Tema end the Honor articulator track because boo Honor man say.
No, they are
because of the
refurbishing.
accident in this. They are not doing it.
And you're too freeway. So we find your review. It we are there. So accident to cry. We are there. At your own GBU. Who's had the gun of Wosika and repair? The own fan give here. Saban way plan ya. And then the issue about saying the road traffic in a car Kokobin road to Tobutio. Congestion will have my car 12 will be so Kokobin and Chabia. So what is this argument?
No, but I say congestion there because they never walk a friend is saying. They walk a coin so Kubasi way. A road minister could do a traffic a bar pessoa. A debut drew her say what? Then they see what as a come on free or we free or they say drew her.
He as a road minister, so planet and no junior unim dada. Say Ghana for about 16 years we have decided to dualize the Accra Kumasi highway. Nti udu ono opekwa nwenwen akontem no na conjunction if you see for no any convenience. Why don't
no, it's not for no
convenience because at the time no even got nwenwen.
That's all the nwenwen ko be ya.
Okay. What you say? Why don't you dualize the Accra Kumasi road? That issue say you're privatizing your roads. You know, when I was in office, a South African company approached me on the Boise Kumasi road. They brought proposals. We're working on it. It didn't look promising from government side. What I say, but me, I know if the South African company came to me, they wanted to do the Obuasi and Kwanta road and put a toll on it. So it's something like said it's something that we could easily have done, and it happens in other jurisdictions. Two, say Mufi said toll booths, you know, nipa baby in Pia. Why you quiet? Why don't you put it at where we use the road? The roads are good and we pay. What could do? I'm not baby a toll booth to Gali and all the can't, but they pay.
That's it. Dunkwa bechem there. No
bechem there you.
We are sure.
Yes, bechem presby. Yeah, and you're Dunkwa the me say, and maybe we drew her me catch up one say, Sato Buta Miche, Mono and Kamomiska. Some idea there's a car before Quawish. Me catch a corner boot. Say, Quawo car first one was the castle idea. Lawyer, the bottom line is that about we would on you. Minty, and no my baby. I say.
Now, specifically on this one.
But would you on yet? Only plan. Unim, me budget. No more share, no more budget in the moon. No more share its impact. Any casa a beba one. Clearly, also when you be a TBB so near the no by discussion.
Now we will be on plan to bet me idea okay.
And there be on plan away no.
Obi on plan
only by a fena urija. So caso baba by pa obey stew. But people Jane and then urija do my boof as one of how rough on now would. What plan here? At the end of what plan is unjibu. Who sound this car as I call it baby I did.
Lawyer,
I'll come back to you.
Well, very briefly.
Yeah, like
briefly.
Yes.
One to you, one to
let me say.
And I'm going to be very brief.
I'll come on. Now we can be about Sikaji DNA Sikani and the politicization of the collection. And my leakages about Ruto. And the man Sikana Manu. And in this one, all of us are guilty. MPP back power. Now, Manti and Ufita Ma. And this ni and I want to about to so and this no and this no ni a chasing it nephew. MPP a frizuna and this is suba. A MPP ni and a etio and a yadito butman into one of the aba. As soon as they come there, what do you think is the motive? And the leakages are I know here card yeah, a bit of mechanic with them German as I'm because already. It can easily be printed.
They take it now. Nobody can be monitored. if you be see a monitor,
you can be monitored.
You can beside you will become so if you politicize the wireless while you can put in wireless CCTV at the back where
lawyer. If you politicize it, how are you going to monitor it? Because you brought your party boys there. And then at the introduction of this discussion, I told you, say, I wish that enka yebeye bibia uko renew licenses and I can't no paper or DVL, then you pay that money. I'm telling you that I would have made much more money.
Lawyer. Let's lawyer.
The one to you say yes, I agree with you. Yakwam papa na chabo to so na de obefa so bia no
ontua reasonable amount. Once it did
say no sika no e wo he a wo de yes akwam papa no ya no ye
sika ni o
eba ya no ye kosa say yetimi answer the type of roads any picture open to any approach then yes Metro City of London. I've driven all the way from London to London Dover. There's a cross Sina Udru France. And so I know Abroche roads and I know the system you are talking about. It's properly built. Eba na sika wono no be twade ayade no. Na say some more year project bi na mo bo project ni sika ni dia. Kwasi bro ni what ho kra obesro. What you say? Because on a name of belay pan and what guarantee say we know a year 40 years 50 years guarantee of the road and or can was
insurance that's on your
and yasam ketwa and you been here no
corruption free so we can do it
so enti e hono ene me de me enti hono na me fi say onya private say you road to the freeway okofa K University Nese where ya no nanka ho purely private ukofa University of Ghana you know so betia in the same argument no na say a public private partnership near class of road to be
but even
what
and tech no obi betimi akokot because they are public facilities
but let me just
so the road
so that I don't you know my thoughts are put together.
How can there be a
the arguments are so that option is there. I'm saying that is not completely off the table. So what you say but and so say akwane ba na wo de sanhye no ba ye no me sure say obi a piano afaso a enha no sa so that one is not abandoned completely and so ye no na me person me clarify. Number 2 is about union of financing no say remember say the fuel 100 year is not touched but DVLA is also likely to go up a little, but what you say also likely to go up a little. The intention of government is clear. Say akwano yenhwena yen now I even mentioned 4 billion. It's possible say you bet me go beyond the 4 billion but adebia we
so what it means me fact as spelled that in budget
say kasa me din because we are now how we mutie no then they are typical finance people who are listening to us. I'm telling you okay and so I use a conservative figure of 4 billion but 4 billion versus 1.9 billion is more than 100% increase. Now, assuming you are working even with 4 billion, and I am confident, say with this tax na banner, with conservative calculations in BPN, it is possible, say, we are going to even exceed the 4 billion, between 4 billion and even 6 billion. And na say onya bibisa, ono wa ye be paying. Ya buy no more securitize road fund no. No more secretary. It took about 3 years. And son, Abaya Wakra Enyesika from the road fund to do a road construction. Almost that is it. There's a son at Yadia. And when say guaranteed between 4 billion to 5 billion or maybe 6 billion going into the road fund. Now, Ubatimi secretary, in other words, Ubatimi di no dimu, Adisika Puduo, Etimi di Aeding. aye sa atuatua sa aka no edi bezu so asiesi wakwan na obia onim se de wo foto no sei ene sitie ebia no so no obey ready say iska no eden obey advance am na dia ISH we get fund free SHS buy na we need it meba mami lande na me de examples no bam na obia wo tie and it's not those of us who are here but those who are listening to us as well. The similarity and on a ball, and I'm trying to do this political financing issue. On a ball for to what a friend get fund. Almost did to education
I think senior is missing.
Free SHS. No.
I'll come to you.
No. Free SHS buy. Look, Roto no is linked to the e-tax e-levy no. It's linked to the e-levy.
Who discussed
Maybe linked to the e-levy and also linked to Sika Eba Futunum road fund no mu. And as I linked to a road discussion. Imagine what I say. And he won't mean treating isolation. You're together, okay? Me say get fund a for two a bottle education. You're Rajari John Rollins again. What I say? Me who John Muhammad and Makotu. Me who Professor Mills there and Makotu. The two presidents that have come from their political tradition. I can't quote them in this discussion. Okay? Get fund, no. Ye here sika free SHS a develop infrastructure. $1.5 billion came from any securitize or friend road fund, no, and raised that $1.5 billion. And yet the building or friend say infrastructure across your senior high schools. So they say, and this is the picture. As I say, you share
this discussion.
No, I'm coming to you. Don't worry, I'll come to you.
No, and I see a junior and your funding arrangement and
that's the e-transaction thing that is coming to replace this unreliable
exactly.
source.
I have not discussed it. I have not discussed it.
Gentlemen,
are you sure I'm discussing e-levy? No,
he's making me sad. Especially with his background.
Okay, so don't be sad, I'm coming. Don't be sad, I'm coming.
You can't be sad.
Don't be sad, I'm coming.
You have to understand.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Gotta pay some bills.
Adwuma nyamenam abeve Herbal Hospital so eye.
Kessben Superfan. Yes, the Superfan. To be a Kessben Superfan, simply like, comment, and share our posts on any of our social media platforms. Facebook, Kessben TV. Twitter, Kessben Media, and Kessben Media on Instagram. And you can be walking away with a prize. Yeah! Radio more dash! Yes, we've got lots of prizes for you, the Superfan. Internet data bundles, ions, mobile phones, and other Kessben Media souvenirs. 10 lucky winners for every week. For more information, log on to our website www.kessbenonline.com or download Kessben Online app from the Play Store or the App Store. Kessben Superfan. Let's have fun. Kessben Superfan. Yes, the super.
So Kessben Radio 93.3, 92.9. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. And you bring Osanwe Kessben Television. Mene a large Ishak Che Brobe, who is patron, Tescom patron, is also lecturer Kumasi Technical University. Yene Honorable Zuba, former MC for Obuasi Municipal Assembly, and Electrician Komo Enyumbre on 2022 budget. Anymore and some.
Lawyer, thank you.
Me ba say yes.
Now me catch you say me sad. Me sad because of the fact that
I thought after all this I revitalize the mood. You are so in a sad mood.
A very, very, very crucial sadness.
Hey. And are you who are critical?
Maybe a penny shack.
Kochika.
Penny shack, a finance person. Oh, we are discussing the budget. And you all can 1.9 billion, 2 billion, 4 billion. No. Little did I know, because initially I told you that we time in car budget. No. Little did I know that he was speaking to assumptions. And how can you do that?
Assumptions.
That when we are speaking to the budget which has been delivered on Parliament, and we are talking about things that has come out of the budget, you are speaking to assumptions. You see, when he brought up the issue of...
I'm speaking to projections. Projections, not assumptions.
No, one can assumption, because when I put you to strict proof on how you are going to finance your 16 billion expenditure on roads with 4 billion, that is why you told me that there's 4 billion or 2 billion I expected. That is not captured in the budget. So I thought all along he's been speaking to facts. Now you, in your analysis, did indicate that road toll...
Is it Brofun Kwana Beka? What's sadness in Brofun?
Who's catching you say? Road fund, no. Sources are a ekum, a DVL, a toll. And the third one here, fuel. And I will say to new free we lose about 74 million. Wow, no. 78 million. Indeed, you virtually a shortfall out of the 1.9. And all the back say it will be back to 2 billion back account. Then I tell you that it is not sufficient to fund your expenditure within the medium term. And you say that is assumption.
Oh, this is securitization. No.
You are telling me that the figures that he's quoting is assumption, and I'm sad. How can we be discussing budget and you're not speaking?
What is the budget?
I know what I'm saying.
What is the budget? Is the budget an actual?
You create an impression that this is how much the minister says we are going to get, and then I tell you that is not even enough. Then you tell me it is your assumption, but not what the minister says.
No, but what can I say? Maybe can say transaction and also
no. I'm talking about we are talking about. He's talking about how much we're going to lose.
That is
how much the alternative is going to bring in.
That the minister, we cannot be relying on your assumptions.
We have less than 30 minutes to deal with.
We cannot be relying on your assumptions. And I'm saying that
use the correct words.
Every indicating this government did not plan
That is all that you wanted to say. Okay, thank you very much. My main kind message is Kakrebi. Then we'll come to this. We're already 9:37, almost 9:40.
The whole budget is projection.
We are running away out of time. Okay,
projection
so
based on figures.
Fabio Pinto says he's sending this one from Amakom. Fabio says, "Oh, gentlemen, relax, chill. Gentlemen, munko machika kra. Gentlemen, munko machika kra.
Lawyer, thank you.
Okay, so Fabio Pinto says he's sending this one from Amakom. He says Zuba. He says Zuba tie or say, lawyer, tell the NDC man to learn to keep quiet when his opponent is talking, because they are all given the opportunity to talk. Okay. Okay. Now, lawyer, please. The 1.75% is only for the government. Let's not forget that the telcos already charge 1% as their own benefit. Meaning, if you transact, or if you do transaction, or if you transfer an amount of 200 Ghana cedis, you're entitled to 2.75 reduction. You are not entitled to reduction. Okay, 1.75 for the government and 1% for the telco. We are all MPP members, but this should be well looked at. Whether again, the 200 Ghana cedis, 100 Ghana cedis will not be taxable. It is the remaining 100 Ghana cedis that will attract tax. I think we have to take note of that one too. Now, Hakim from Tema says the MPP man is trying to give us indication which we don't get. He's trying to defend the indefensible. Okay. Now, this one says the government should reduce the road toll because people are benefiting from it too much. For example, Mampong road toll, and also Lawyer Ohene Gyan, I extend my greetings to you. Alaji Nuruddin. Hey, Alaji, how are you? I'm sure you are fine. Now, this one says, lawyer, please, the 1.5 is only for the government. Where Charles Ryder from Obuasi, I've read your message. This one, Hakim, I've read your message. Government should reduce the road toll because people, okay, Nuruddin, I've read your message. Now, this one says, I am Regan from Koforidua. Please, I don't have any problem with paying taxes, but the rates things are going. How can you be paying taxes for people to enjoy when we are suffering? The taxes should be used and used well. He has also raised a very important issue about utilization of the taxes that we pay. I am Fred, watching you live from Asuya Asorin Kwanta. Hey, Amagana. His Excellency Nado and his government is very confused, so they should calm down and revise the 2022 budget. This one says, I am Paul from Doma. NPP government under the leadership of Nana Dadanko Akufo-Addo is that government. They will give teachers 4% and tell them that COVID has destroyed everything. Meanwhile, they give 6 billion to the MPs without telling them that because of COVID, they will reduce his MPP will go to bush and will never come back again. This one says MPP should learn how to keep quiet when someone, okay, it says the NDC. I've read this one, Fabio Pinto. This one says, please, lawyer. Oh, this save number 2. Why are you disturbing me like that? Please, lawyer, tell the NDC man Zuba is Zuba, no Soba. Zuba. Okay, it's where he doesn't like the way you are speaking to the Alaji, so he says you should tone down. Now this one says This one says, Teacher Kujo from Tepajina Susuza for NPP Youth Organizer. Hopeful thank to the NPP government for listening to the masses. These stores workers print the fake receipts and pocket 75% to themselves, and at the same time expecting government to fix roads. Some Ghanaians are so wicked and heartless with no sympathy in every field we employ them. Greetings to Honorable Eric Nana Jiman Prempe Nadmo Director and the Chairman Odeneho Kwaku Apia. Chairman Odeneho Kwaku Apia. Mafia Ozo Chairman. Lawyer, good evening to you, please. E-tax is not the best way to get money. NPP government should listen to the general public and prepare their handover notes. 1.5% is too much. This one says MPP has no plan. They are wasting our resources. We will show them 2024. Anthony Bono Region sends us this message. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Please tell the NDC man who is complaining about Dunkwa to Obuasi Road that Nanado has completed that road, so he shouldn't talk about that road again, because it was Mahama government with that poor road from Dr. Agama Wasa Nananko. Okay, greetings to Honorable KK Koranche, MCE for Amenfi East Municipal. Zubosusa Road, so stop talking about that road. In fact, let's face the fact that 2 booths generated a lot of money because of the politics. Okay, because looking at when one party comes in, then his people will take over, and when the other part, well, I think these matters are if these are things we can easily fix. Me to tell me is that a whole government, will be a cottonase printing a receipt a fake one at the GSC canteen. I close to that two boots. I can't think far, because we can easily check this thing if we want to. I don't think that is the basis. The MPP man's justification is not acceptable. How can he improve our road if you admit there's a deficit to road funding? Have the government considered the effect of the abolishment of road toll to its benefits? Is basically no. And this policy is just a waste of time and source of revenue to government. Bump MPP. Cyrus Matthias from Kade sends us this message. Please, he says, how about using the toll booths scattered across Ghana as security checkpoints for the police as road tolls get scrapped? Well, he's also making a fantastic suggestion. At least it may have the potential to reduce crime and car theft. Thank you, lawyer. Nana Kwatina Denta Accra sends us this message. Nana, you're bringing out a very interesting angle to this whole thing. It can be used by the police. Please, this is the laziest approach of getting revenue. Tell Alaji to go back. What should be done to get the best ideas and ways to raise revenue for the government? Reduce the corruption within the system so roads can be done to last for decades instead of 5 months construction. Payments for road tolls done quarterly or yearly as per weight of the car at DVLA. Get the right pegs into the right place. Okay. Now this one says, lawyer, thank you. Tell the Alaji that they should know that if we don't have money, then the president should reduce the salaries of ministers and the MPs. Then Chira Amiao Kweku sends us this message. This one says, hey, my time. Ghana are paying taxes to cater for the larger society. I agree with the Zuba proposal, where a sticker can be used in an automated manner. My warmest greetings to your panelists. Okay, Adam, plenty of them, but my time is running like kerosene, and I have to come back to the studio. Now, Yambra a e-transaction levy. Now, make sure I say in free or Zuba e-transaction. Now, Ghana for I can say aban entre na shim kwan of us or jeje to na kakra na ye jito wo musono na de bia de pressure egu on so. Now, aban susu say we share volume of transaction by investment or or digitalization and digitization end results na ban betimi anya bi ni say aban betre na shim na obi bia wo Ghana as say ahu so bia ye momo wona was send their come on girlfriends wona was send their come on maame nom obia send bi e come ne maame obia send bi come ne wo faase as in of asie obia send bi koma ne schoolmates ka old schoolmates bia also here everybody sending momo to be omo di tua adwuma for ka e bi di tua wachi ka e bi di tua mo ai trotro fa e bi di tua uba obi di tua everyday transaction now. It's attracting momo. You go there, you buy things, even at the supermarket, you momo to pay and all of that. As sorry to say collection, I say one bar sorry to me to through momo. Oko wedding na when you momo or yes, the momo jiska. Everybody is not using momo. The government says 1.75%. Scanner Uber transfer. Now what will transfer would I be to you until our GNO will not be affected? 1, 2. Obi bia or ye transaction in a day less than 100 cedis. It will not attract that fee. So when your transaction bia now if less than 100 cedis, you will not pay for that 1.75%.
Lawyer.
Now people who have said say good. Ebi so say regressive. Of course the Matthias here don't get you say regressive. And Ozuba say
lawyer. Okoti say nipa bi kunto kwa bisa say na no den
abo say
about 9:49
so 9:50 technically so I can give you 4 minutes. 4 minutes crowd does no 5 let me give you 3 minutes.
Oh now 4 now mam 3
one call 3 minutes.
2021 budget target real GDP target 5.0. Non-oil GDP growth 6.7. End of year inflation 8.0. Fiscal deficit 9.5. Primary deficit 1.3 of GDP. Gross international reserve to cover less than 4 months of import cover. Revenue target 72.452 billion. Okay, our things are as at October, inflation is hovering around 11%. The per quarter 3 estimates as captured by the finance minister in his budget, we have lost 4 billion. So what it means is that revenue target of 72.45 billion no any idea you beat me achieve. Over debt to GDP, we are heading towards 82 to 85% by the end of 31st December 2021. Clearly, government books any effect. And especially when they are not meeting their revenue targets, what do you have to do? They have to look for some kangaroo means.
Innovative.
Kangaroo means, yeah, innovative. You call it innovative. May I call it kangaroo means. To make sure that they cripple the already crippling Ghanaian businesses and ordinary citizens. Lawyer, as we speak today, corporate tax is around 25 to 26%. Cost of doing business, fuel, electricity, businesses. So the government is not helping businesses, especially within the private sector, to retain income. How are we going to expand? How are we going to create employment? And to make it worse, and more business, it is helping a lot of the teeming unemployed youth. Ubooks munya fe. Per one kasa report, no matter pansam. And no matter what say what you see when you see 2021 target per one report, you are missing it. Everything is out of here. Clearly, it tells you that by the end of 2022, debt to GDP can hit 90%. Nekufa Lugana Bonibeni Diana. You're 1%. Who could ya 1,000 cedis 10 cedis. What the another 1.75% as an baba become. This year could 1,000 cedis. What's the additional 10 cedis, 70 pesos? As an baba become.
No, but the first 100 cedis of the 1,000 will not apply.
100 cedis or 300 below 100. If 300 in echo, intake apply. It is 1,000. You better do 2.75%.
Oh, so it is after it is a cumulative spend. It is after the 100.
It is not. It's start from if it is below 100. So once it hits 100, and the most lose Susaka. I was a match Ghana for say, wow, 100 cities be our Ghana in here. Into the Mutianko focus 700 or Ghana.
There's a disclaimer. Careful.
What the point I'm mentioning? Lawyer, Kufu Dubai, kum. Me say. Say the first thing that we have to do to encourage Ghanaians our multi tax assuming say sika from taxation is to make sure that the size of government and the cost of running government is reduced. What was the guy trying to call a officer? Lawyer, why we do this to ourselves? To today, I want you to have ministers be our SUV mienu.
We try 4 minutes.
Or the Languisa. No, I did backup. Or the Languisa. No, I did backup. No, I did saloon car at their tone. Can't you be driving saloon cars in a car from your house to your offices?
Okay, so your 4 minutes is
3 minutes.
No, it's
4 minutes. 59.
4 minutes. That's
yeah, so,
you land with this crucial question. Say, can't they be driving saloon cars?
Can't we reduce the cost of running government?
Okay, that's the question Zuba is asking.
Yeah, and the crowd say, "Who position? We emotional argument." Obabemwa now we a legal argument until we emotional argument number panel or making the point the point is this and I want to be very quick and I'm imploring say obeying on no pencil obi our CM for economy man no managing we leave economy no growing at 3.4%. Obi our CM for economy man no bit me managing no or can be inflation 11%. Abra covered aba. Or no oja inflation no 15.4%. Obia was saying for economy man no bit me aye ni year no. Interest rate or no oja 32% and ne interest rate is average 21%. Or no CM for man. The policy rate na 25.5% and ne policy rate 13.5%. Or CM for economy man. Obia was CM for economy man no bit me managing no. We increased fuel prices between 2009 to 2012, 29.5%. Then 2013 to 2016, we increased it by 24%. In fact, electricity or cost of doing business, electricity by 2010, we increased it by 89%. 2011, we increased it by 10%. Election year, I drink CNT 112. Then 2013, we increasing by 78%. 2014, 28.36%. 2015, 59.2%. Then 2016, I think one more day, 112. It presupposes that we win in 2016 and 2017 combatum. On the contrary, MPP winning, 2017 you buying you reduce electricity, household 17.5%, manufacturing 30%, mining 10%. This is not an alternative that is capable of managing the economy. Quickly, let me come to the the e-levy. On e-levy, botaya is yabayani so. Botaya is yabayani so number one, and a cyber security. Say we improve or echo system no. Or digitize no. As I say, no na a page and I'll quote some 5 and figures. No. The Ecosian
in 2 minutes.
Yes, I will do that. The Ecosian say, system now we're building so one more Diana, one more buying so on the Paboni bit me a ballroom. The podcast defend cyber security. How do you protect it? Sikana yepeno, ya the bako ebedisa ejumano. Then you say youth entrepreneurship support. Ye pisikane the aqua support and mabuna womo via school bar, normal bar, ombetimi abe ye womo juma, na ya mo training ya diska the aso masene. Then youth employment, dada. Cyber security na ye
ranked third in Africa. So see, you know, Kasai. Yeah, because you build a digital infrastructure. More Kasai, you road toll, you know. Yes, see, you build the digital infrastructure, road infrastructure. Yeah, the kind of and then public transport. The Etienne say, these are the facts and figures. 2016, number of subscribers. You know, when it comes to Momo, when it comes to subscription, 8.3 million 2016. Value of transactions, 78.5 billion Ghana cedis. 2017 subscription 11 million people. Transaction value 155 billion. 2018 subscription 13.1 million. Value of transaction 22.3 billion. 2019 14.5 million. Value of transaction 256 billion. 2020 17.1 million. 500 is that it is a market that is mature.
Okay.
Mature, and this is the market that we are saying that we are asking for small amount of money.
We have more time to
meet all these objectives.
Your time is up. Okay, so two handsome gentlemen Ama on this e-levy transaction. Now, unfortunately, time to sentini enya kwan an church how an application but the take effect from January, so there will be more time. We'll have a whole program to look at this e-transaction, its impact and all that. But then you bring Kakrawe Nebeka lawyer, you're looking good. Well, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Now this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. This budget presenter yesterday was not meant for Ghanaians. The government needs to have a second thought. People are losing jobs. Okay, this one says, Samuel from Kintampo MMTD are taking money than toll the government gets. This one says, please, I clearly say this government of old men does not think about we Ghanaians. This budget is a daylight robbery. This one says, Kosono Barcelona. The District Assembly should create a market close to the tolls for the people. Sorry. Now this one says he's sending this one as Champion Tech 5 Kumasi says, sending from Asquaba. Now JDMI and NDC supporters have slept because 2022 a Jenkwa budget read yesterday by Finance Minister has given them headache. Greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and lawyer Justine Kodria. My time is up. All toll booths are mounted and every vehicle which ply on such road pay toll book. They should have rather considered how to automate them so that everyone using the road could pay. Okay. Well.
Lawyer, thank you.
And I will say thank you to everybody. Ayumbre Ojebre any entrance area punch Jumadi wana Oshisha Jumadi I'm talking about the producers war and crying a bright entry any queer PCS Sarbedia co-producers war Ashanti region Kumasi. I'm talking about Malam Yaya, I'm talking about the cameraman, I'm talking about ASM's DJ Simpson and Branty and I'm talking about the cameraman Isaac and everybody boy with this production. Thank you so much. Without you there will be no punch. Alaji Ishak Shay Brobe, thank you so much for your time and the exposition tonight. Thank you so much, Honorable Zuba, for your time and for the explanation. God willing, next week, Thursday, same time, on same medium, will bring you punch on Kessben. Medinga de Ohene Gyan. Yes, sorry, Jumadi so na and they are ebekano yabebo and yum papa, but I won't go without my popular song, so indulge me.